Welcome to the Today in History channel. In today's video we will talk about the day, June 4, 1989, Massacre of Tiananmen Square. On the night of June 3 to 4, 1989, unarmed civilians were killed by soldiers' shots or crushed to death by Chinese army tanks at Tiananan Tiananmen Square in Beijing after the Chinese Communist Party ordered the army to end popular protests that demanded democratic reforms. Currently, the Chinese government still does not recognize the veracity of these facts. The Tiananmen incident, as it is officially called, which ended the lives of more than 1,300 people and resulted in thousands of arrests and tortures, is a phantom memory in China. In April 1989, Hu Yaobang, a reformist leader dismissed by President Deng Xiaoping after the first student uprisings in 1986, had passed away. His death sparked protests among the university community, outraged by the way the leader had been treated by the party. The students filled Beijing with photographs of him and took wreaths of flowers in his honor to the monument to the people's heroes of Tiananmen Square. Yaobang had fought for the rehabilitation of the persecuted during the Cultural Revolution and was in favor of a political change in China, which had created enemies in the Communist Party's hard line. The morning demonstration became a popular protest that denounced the most orthodox sector of the Chinese Politburo, calling for an end to bureaucratic corruption and, above all, greater freedom in the country. The official visit by Russian leader Mikhail Gorbachev in mid-May encouraged students, workers and professionals from different Chinese cities and provinces to join the protests. It was a spontaneous movement. Their aim was not to end communism in China, but to call for reforms. The hunger strikes and the screams of the students reflected the complaints of many citizens, although the majority of Chinese society did not participate in their struggle. At the Communist Summit, Prime Minister Li Peng, a supporter of the use of force to quell the revolt, imposed himself on the discussed solution proposed by Zhao Ziyang, the party's general secretary, who was removed. The students, aware of the presence of foreign correspondents in Beijing, built a statue in Tiananmen, the goddess of democracy, to send a message to the world. Liu Xiaobo, one of the protest's informal leaders, tried unsuccessfully to dialogue with the less conservative sectors of the regime to avoid a killing, but he could not prevent many people from dying under the tanks on the avenues adjacent to Tiananmen. When the army reached the square, the students arranged their retreat. Even though the military erased the remains of the student uprising, the image of a rebel defying a line of tanks alone, until he stopped it, went around the world. In the West, this photo became the symbol of democratic resistance and, in China, it was used to show the good treatment that the Chinese army gave civilians in their intervention. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.